Now then, my friends, in today's vlog, I have got a treat for you because I have got arguably one of the most famous hashtags with me, and he's taking me to a place called Kinchley's Tavern, which I believe is Italian food. Now, Italian food is big around these parts because this is New Jersey, my friends, and Dave knows this place really well, and he tells me it is excellent. I'm going to let him tell you a little bit more about it because, quite honestly, I've never been, but I can assure you he knows his food. You've seen him in previous vlogs. He's been requested time after time. Please bring Big Dave back. He's awesome. He knows everything about food, and he does. And I hope this place is good because Italians forget about it. Is that how you say it? Well, I might get Dave to say that. Let's go and ask him. So Dave, how are you doing?
Doing well.
You're going to take me to a place called Kinchley's Tavern, but
Yes.
before we do that,
Yes.
you are from New Jersey.
Correct.
Can you do me a favour?
Sure.
Can you say forget about it?
Oh, Jesus, forget about it.
Right, now then, where's this place? What is it and what do you do?
So it's in Bergen County. It's in Ramsey, New Jersey. So we got quite a trek, probably close to an hour. And it's one of those classic old pizza places. I think it's been around since the 30s. I haven't actually been going there all that long. I only found out about it, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years ago, but in that window of time I've definitely gone there. It's one of my favorite places. It's super thin crust, what they call a bar pie, and it's just, it's really good. It's really good.
Awesome. Okay, so you're going to drive us there.
We're going.
That's excellent. Now, I did say, Dave, by the way, you are arguably one of the most favourite hashtags on the channel. Backed by popular demand, the most requested hashtags on the channel, and I've also got one of the most hated hashtags on the channel. He's not feeling hurt at all to come with us as well. Tractor Boy,
What up?
get in the car.
The only reason I can do this, and I have to do this every time, is drink 2 pints of gin and tonic before I get in these videos.
So, on that bombshell, my friends, without further ado, let's go.
So, Lee, it's a Hackensack Meridian Fitness Center, what have you, but this is where a lot of the New York Giants go to. They're a sponsor of MetLife Stadium, so they go in here for rehabilitation. Obviously, they have their own facilities at the actual location, the stadium, but this is one of the auxiliary areas that they do utilize. So, we are in Hackensack now. / Maywood. This is actually Maywood, but all similar areas. This is not too far from, we're on the other side of the town, but not too far from where we had the burgers last time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And there's a Harley Davidson over there, the motorcycles. I'm sure you guys have some fans over there. You go there, you can get bikes and apparel and whatnot.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what pizza are we going to have, Dave?
Well, we got to do the staple, so it's going to be definitely a plain. And I'll be honest, pepperoni, maybe. I think the way to go would be do the second pie to be half pepperoni, and then they have an option for bacon.
Oh.
Maybe half bacon, half pepperoni, and then a plain. So.
Got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
What do you think to pineapple on pizza?
You know what? I don't mind it, and I'm not one of those, So, as long as it's not a really good pizza, if it's just like a run-of-the-mill, it's nice to have once or twice a year. I get a Hawaiian, which is ham and pineapple. But a place like this, no. I mean, if you're going to go for an hour to get a slice of pizza, not slice, but to get pizza to show somebody around, this is not the avenue to do that, All right, so we should be coming up fairly quickly on a wig store. If you want to pan over there, I think you can see the sign across on the other side of the highway. It's up right up here on the left. There's a great,
left.
Yeah, there we go. Wigs. We're gonna get Damien Tractor Boy some hair. It's actually we're gonna pass this on the way back. So
Oh, Wig's Kitchen.
we'll let him pick whatever color he wants. All right.
Wigs.
Wigs, yeah.
There we go.
Solid. Next to Allied Carpet. Can I get carpet instead of wigs?
We can get creepy bald guy a wig.
Or carpet, because Allied Carpet was there as well. I think I'd like a bit of a nice, something you used to put around the toilet. One of those bits of carpet.
You know, you got a point there, aren't you, Damien?
Why did people have carpet around the toilet?
Why did people have? Yeah,
it is disgusting. Though, just the thought of onto a carpet, and then waiting. I mean,
Sober.
No one's cleaning that thing like they do the sheets or the linen. So, God knows how much, disgusting material gets absorbed by that thing.
Yeah, who remembers that carpet around the toilet? It was my mum had one and it was pink. I mean, that's even worse. There was a burgundy carpet and it was pink.
Yeah, it's pretty
Sorry,
bad.
Mum. Anyway,
God rest
come
your
on,
soul.
come on, onwards. Where's this going? This is pizza. Right, my friends, here we are. Kinchley's, established 1937. Dave's gone to park his huge truck, and then we're going to go in there. We're going to get some pizza. We're going to mark it out of 10. I want you guys to mark it out of 10 as well. Let's take a look around first. Right, here we are inside. I've ordered, I'm going to let Dave tell you what we've ordered, but before we do that, just have a look at the menu, my friends. Pretty extensive. There you go. Tell us in the comment section down below what you'd have. Now I'm going to hand you over to Dave to tell you what we've had.
Hey, how you guys doing? So what we ordered a plain pie and then another pie which was half bacon, half pepperoni. Both of them well done. With these thin crust pizzas that we're going to get, the more cooked it is, the crispier it gets. And some people may ask, why did you get a plain pie? And to me, it's a barometer, it's a litmus, of how good the pizza is. There's no hiding behind a topping, and it's really, that's the reason, for those of you that are familiar with Dave Portnoy from Bar School, he does the same thing. He'll only rate a plain pie because that's what it boils down to: the meat, the cheese, sauce. It's cheese sauce, the dough, not the meat. Sorry. So yeah, that's our approach here.
I got for the root beer, which is not.
No. You got birch beer.
What's the difference?
Well, you know what? I can't say I'm an authority on it, but appearance-wise, birch beer is more of a red color, and root beer is more of a dark brown. I think birch beer is also regional to Pennsylvania Dutch people, and I know you liked it when we were at the hot dog place. So they said here they have it on draft, which means it's probably going to be a lot better than something that's coming out of a bottle. So it should be good. You probably like it.
Okay, wow, this looks really, really good. I've got to say, it's a thin crust pizza. It's one of the thinnest pizzas that I've seen for a while. There we go, look at that. Before we dig in, just take a closer look at it, my friends. Right, there you go. So I'm going to go in for the plain pizza first. As Dave said, that's the one to go by, and it's the one that's the same that when Dave Portnoy goes in for it, he always goes by the plain one.
It's delicious.
Oh wow, oh, that's beautiful.
Come on.
Nice cheese.
What do you gotta do? I don't know if they can hear this.
Ah, you got the crunch there. You got the crunch.
Paper thin. You can cut yourself if you grab the pizza the wrong way, like a paper cut. You know?
What's the cheese like on it? How would you?
You know, it's pretty standard. You know, shredded, salted mutts, which is what I like. I don't like fresh mozzarella on pizza because it tends to leak liquid all over the place. My favorite pizzas always have shredded versus fresh mutts.
Yeah, it's got a good base to it like that, and as Dave says, there's not a lot of grease on it. I don't like pizzas where it's just covered in grease, and a really good crispy crust on it. That's excellent. Right, we'll eat this, come back to you, let you know how much it is, and then we'll mark it out of 10. See you guys in a minute.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
This is really good pizza, but I've got to tell you, for a lad from England, from Mansfield, I used to watch the Sopranos, and obviously this is soprano country, isn't it, basically? Not far off. And we saw the last episode, Damien watched it as well. I don't know whether you watched the Sopranos, where Tony Soprano's there, and then it literally, somebody walks through the door.
Are you going to do a spoiler alert here?
What?
Well, you've got to tell them if they haven't watched it, they shouldn't listen to this.
Oh yeah, if you haven't watched it, if you haven't watched the Sopranos, then where have you been? But then somebody walks in,
Yep.
and then it just goes black. The screen literally just goes black, and obviously, if you work it out, it'd been shot or whatever. Because he said, "What do you think happens when you die?" And that was a few episodes before, and he says, "I think it just goes black." And it just reminds me, I'm just waiting for somebody to come in and whack me. But if I could just finish the pizza first. Right, okay, my friends. So we're going to mark this out of 10. I've got to tell you though, that for me, I'm funny with pizza. For me, it was beautiful. That I preferred the plain one. Mm-hmm. I normally would go for like a pepperoni or add something on it. There was bacon on there. But for me, the plain one was the best. It didn't need anything on it. I didn't even put any chili flakes on it. The cheese was amazing. There was no grease on it. It wasn't spongy or anything, or doughy, which is what you said as well.
Oh, yeah. You're getting the expensive stuff, not filling up on bread.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. I think it was $33.05 plus tip. And I think that is probably one of the cheapest pizzas I've had for a whole pizza.
Yeah, two
whole pizzas,
plus 3 drinks.
2 whole pizzas plus 3 drinks.
And then 2 toppings.
And 2 toppings. In this day and age,
You would have probably gotten out of there if you didn't have toppings on the second for about $30 even. Or
Yeah.
even maybe 28.
yeah. So I'm going to hand you over to Dave. I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'm going to let Dave give his opinion on the pizzas.
Like I said, I haven't been coming here forever, but it's been about 6 or 7 years, and there's a reason I took these 2 guys up an hour out of the way. To me, it's the thinnest pizza you can get, and by extension, I love thin pizza, crust, crispy, pizza. I'm actually kind of in extremes when it comes to pizza. I like it either paper thin like this, or like a really nice Sicilian. But like something that's just kind of in the middle doesn't do it for me. So you know, for me, this was a 10. You know, it's funny, the old paneling inside, whatever else. It's almost like you're eating in someone's basement. You know, there's no windows, just the front door and the side door, and that's it. It's super dark, but it's comforting. You know, when you go in there, there's no glitz or glamour. It's just good food. It's really, really reasonable prices, as Lee had already alluded to. I mean, in today's day and age, you know, there's pizzas that get reviewed by so-and-so and get a good rating, and all of a sudden they're $30 a pop. You know, you come here, you get more than what you pay for by leaps and bounds. So,
What do you say, David?
Definitely a 10 again. Nothing to go wrong. And one thing I would say, just spin around and look at the parking lot, or the car park for our friends back home. It's not an English parking lot. Or
No.
car park.
So it's a 10 from you,
It's 10 from me.
it's a 10 from me, and it's a 10 from Dave.
yeah,
And
30.
that's
It's-
30.
that's
100%.
that's
There you are.
30. It's a good pizza, right?
It's very good pizza, mate.
How many out of 10?
It's a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Ooh, controversial. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Because you know what?
You got to leave room for
You gotta leave
improvement.
room for improvement. Right?
Yeah, definitely. That's what Dave Portnoy says. So that's all from us today. Who's that? Who's it? No, no.